Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Sunday, which means it's time for the final episode of No Game, No Life. Oh no, it finally means I can take off this house arrest anklet. Because I'll no longer have the FBI kicking down my door every Sunday at 2 p.m. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, so, yeah. Final episode. So I guess this means that things are gonna turn up and the Beastmen are gonna lose. That, or they're gonna be like, well, we're not getting a second season because we've ripped off basically everything that it is possible to rip off. Well, you know what? Let's just have Sora just bite a gun. Who knows how it goes? But yeah, so we've got this whole thing with this gal gun, competitive gal gun, which, you know what? Kind of want that to exist now that I've had like a week to think about it. Yeah, no, can we get that? Can we get like a competitive shooter that's just gal gun? It'd be like Infection in Halo, except like both sides are infected, really. So like killing someone on the other team just brings them on your team. That'd be neat. That'd be fun. He's like, is there a game based around that? Because I'd love to play it, especially if it's got like a player base that actually works. But yeah, oh boy. So yeah, final thing is the Beastmen. Like, and this is probably gonna be like wrapped up like real quick, and then we're gonna move on to just everyone pulling out of Elkia. So hey, let's see what happens, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, and go. Oh, just going right in there. Oh yeah, and she activated the 9-tailed fox at the end there, yeah. Final boss fight begins now. Final boss fight begins now. Like, seriously, like, how does this not count as magic? Like, I know it's like supposed to be like, oh, it's beast blood, they're activating their bestial forms and all that, but there's a lot of particle effects for that. There's a lot of particle effects. Like actual, like that straight up, that looks like a cheat code. That looks like a cheat code. That shouldn't be allowed. Oh my god. I mean, hey, but at least it makes it. I guess it makes it more for a final battle, and it means that when she loses, the War Beast will be like, oh, okay then. Oh no. Also, if she's in VR, then doesn't she not have blood? Or is she like? And also that name makes it sound like that like it does damage to the body. So is like she just slowly dying in that VR pod, or what? What's going on with that? That's straight up not fair. That's straight up not fair. That's 110%. Like, there better be some downside to her becoming this, like, 9-tailed fox god. Like, she better be slowly dying of a brain aneurysm in that VR pod, if that's how they're doing with that. God, these beastmen. Just say, you know what? If I was king of humanity and I could make it work, I'd start getting these people like start executed. Because no, this is a problem. People like this, you can't negotiate with this. Yeah, you can't calculate physics if they're just saying like, nah, screw physics. Let me guess, it's not gonna work like that. She's just gonna hit him. Yeah, there it is. Okay, there's no way they lose here. Like, unless they really are, like, we just started. And her heart just explodes. Like, Steph, where's Steph? Where's Steph? Like, we've been ignoring Steph. There she is. Hi, Steph. Wait, what? 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 Why was she... What? Wait, what? This is some Joseph Joestar stuff. I can't... That's not calculating, that's anime bullshit. What? But that's explicitly cheating, though. That's explicitly cheating, though. I mean, he just admitted to it, so this whole game is a farce in the first place. But that, no, oh my god, that is Joseph Joestar. That's what that is. Oh my god, that's absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe it. I don't want to believe it. And it's absolutely dumb. But at the same time, alright then. Hippity hoppity, get off of my property. Oh my god. Because he's a pervert. Because you're a Steph, who cares? I just... How boned are they? How extinct are they? Like... Well, so they go back home, it's like, oh yeah, no, we're all starving to death and we're dead. Fun is not allowed, she broke the rules. Well, maybe you shouldn't... Maybe you shouldn't have tried to, annex their Sudetenland, Like, maybe... Just a thought on that one. Because we're the anime protagonist, so we'll just win regardless of what happens. Like, they literally just said, like, yeah, no, there's no way we were gonna lose. Like, it's literally impossible. So yeah, ignore the fact that all your friends and family are gonna slowly die and starve to death. It's totally fine. Oh. See, so how messed up is the War Beast home country for this to be such a big deal? I don't think they fail to understand, more like they fail to understand proper game theory. Like, hooray humanity, you got back to zero. What? So, what part of that got them to keep Izuna? Also, every time we get here, like, I just feel like someone's just gonna come in and just slap handcuffs on. Why? Why? Can he not have a towel? Why is he dressed like that? Please stop. Wait, so they knew they were gonna lose? What? I mean, you don't even know how to use their technology, Steph. They really thought they were getting a second season, didn't they? Like, they really thought they were gonna get a second season introducing all this stuff. Oh boy. It's getting silly right now. So basically, removing all their stuff encourages humanity to double down and do something stupid. Why does she have a big cat bell? I feel like I'm missing some information and like I'm just getting like a little bit of it. Oh yeah, that's there. Forgot that was there. Forgot that was there. Like for like that's just been floating over Elkia for like the last like what like 6 episodes. So they've essentially just killed. They've essentially just killed the War Beasts. There's no way for the War Beasts to win any other game because everybody knows the gimmick now. I feel like maybe pinning your entire strategy on a single game probably not the best idea. Oh my god, why? Why would you do so? You had no what do you stand to gain? What do you stand to gain by accepting this? Gamers rise up. No, gamers fall down. Really? So basically, this is it's just a thing of like, hey, you know, the War Beast's gonna be a vassal state or a. That's it. Vassal state or ally. That's what this coin flip determines. Oh my Jesus. Imagine if that's how like everything was done. All right, heads. This is going to be a horrible dictatorship. Tails, it's going to be a UN. Like, jeez. He didn't say heads or tails, did he? Or did I miss it? Okay, how do you beat her actively being able to just look at the thing in the frozen time? Like, this really does feel like cheating. How, like, even a coin flip, like, you could just cheat using the ability to look into the frozen time. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry. It got stuck in the grout. Bullshit. Bullshit, you didn't see that coming. That is... That is a... Wow. That's a good hustle. That's a real good hustle. Yeah, that's another thing. Why would they think he would destroy them? Why would he think they would destroy him when he's a furry? Like, from the get-go, he's been like, oh no, animal girls are hype. Like, gift me, daddy. Like, why would they assume he's gonna destroy them? Well, it's a good thing they have an insider then, innit? Like, it's a lot easier to take down a country when you've got someone on their parliament in your pockets. I wondered when that was gonna come in. Not gonna lie, I wondered when that was gonna come in. Like, this is just like, replace Sora with Joseph Joestar, like, and nothing changes. Just cheat. Just cheat super hard until you can't cheat anymore, and when you can't cheat anymore, just get really, really lucky. And and that's how Izuna joins the harem. That's how he gets to keep her. Jesus. I don't know if I even want a season 2, because I don't know how... Like, season 1, it's progressively got dumber and dumber and dumber as time has gone on. We're gonna kill God! See, where I come from, all of our media involves killing God in some way or another, so really, we're just doing what we do. Don't kink-shame our culture, boys. This is so dumb, and I love it. 'Cause Tet likes chess. Because Tet needed something to mess with. Like... Well, this world explicitly lets you have teams. Yeah, that's not a rule. That's more like a sign-off on that. And what if someone did? And what if someone did take the race pieces and just ruins the whole thing? All it would take is one race to mess up while this is going on, and this entire thing just... feel like that's a little bit short-sighted, don't you? Just make a competitive chess team. Oh boy. Yeah, like... Oh, well, that's the end of season 1. Oh, wait, no, we got more. Hang on. Yeah. This is the most anime shit I've ever seen. Like, for real, like this is, like, this feels like someone just, like, binged, like, every anime that's come out from between the 80s and the 2010s, and they just kind of smoked a lot of meth and just started writing. Like, for real. It's a fever dream. Like, this is a fever dream, the anime. I'll kill them all, Kurami! Oh, jeez, like... And it just keeps going, just keeps going. What? He wants to touch her tails, doesn't he? He wants to touch the fluffy tails. What? Must have a what? I'm sorry, what? I am very confused. Like, I get, like, they got the days. Aren't they a race? Why'd they... Aren't the old Deus a race? Like, aren't they on the planet somewhere? Like, they're the old gods that Tet beat the crap out of? So you need to get a my brain. Why? No, stop. Oh my god. Okay, so... No Game, No Life. Season 1. And I highly doubt they're gonna get a season. If they do get a season 2, I'll be surprised. Like, because, like, there is... If they do, if they do, then that means that Japanese copyright law is a lot more fairer on the Japanese than it is literally anyone else. So I like this show, but I also dislike it. It's one of those shows that, and I've said this before, I love to hate on it, but I hate to love it, you know? Like, cause it's really, 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 really dumb. Like, this is potentially, like, one of the dumbest shows that I've seen that wasn't, like, out and out trying to be a parody or comedy. Like, you know, so, like, you know, Ghost Stories and stuff, specifically the Ghost Stories dub, do not count as far as that is concerned. But this feels like it's trying to take itself seriously, but at the same time, like, the stuff it shows is really stupid to the point of ridiculousness, and it feels like it undermines itself in places with just like a blatant disregard for the gravitas of what should be going on. But at the same time, it's that same disregard that highlights just kind of how silly you can make how silly the premise is, but you can still take it seriously, and there's still, like, stuff going on. But just... a lot of it just turns into noise, you know? Like, the whole fan service thing. Like, fan service is... Like, I'm of the opinion that fan service is alright. Fan service is something that... If you say that fan service has no place in anime, you're a moron, and you're not what anime is made for. Sorry. Leave. Local YouTuber caught gatekeeping. But, you know, like fan service is literally that. It is, like, hey, people who like anime, like, here's something that literally is meant to appeal to you. Whether it is pantsu, big old titties, you know, like, a cool reference, etc., etc., etc. Like, that's literally what it's there for. Like, it's just most of the times you see it being just, like, really lazy, and it's like, hey, look at the titties. Look at these big old titties. Don't you like the titties? There's some nice titties there. You know, like, but you can be more than that. But this show, like, it is fan service to the point where it feels like the fan service outnumbers the actual show itself, you know? Like, there are entire moments and entire, like, sections of this show that are just, hey, here is a cool thing that people who watch anime like, ripped explicitly out of the real world and just shoved, just fist first, like, through the sphincter of the show to get it in there, just reeling in there deep. And I feel like it works to the show's detriment. I really do. I really do feel like it works to the show's detriment, and it does kind of lessen the impact of the show more, because it's not... You're not going into this and seeing episodes like, yeah, I'm a fan of No Game, No Life. You're going in it saying, like, oh, I'm a fan of Persona. And then they reference Persona. I'm a fan of Galgun. I'm a fan of Steins Gate. I'm a fan of JoJo. You know, like, just, and it's just like... It feels like resting on those references so much and casting such a wide net really does come across as more like, we don't want fans of No Game, No Life. We want fans of these things that we are referencing. And maybe that's not the intent. Maybe the creator just really, really likes those things. And he in this anime that is based around games, he wanted to reference things that he likes. And, okay, that's fine. But there gets a point where it's like, it's no longer just a guy writing a book saying, like, hey, like, where a character just has this odd moment where they're just like, you know what, like, I need to check my DVR. Like, I was meant to record Bones while I was out doing this adventure, but I don't know if I actually went. Like, there's a difference between that and the guy making an entire thing where, like, Bones actually frigging shows up and actually helps him solve a mystery with a skeleton, you know? Like, that's the difference. Like, one is, like, an idle thought by a character, and they're just, like, kind of idly thinking, and the writer sneaks in, like, a reference to a show they like. But when you actually have it, like, actually influence the plot, and the plot being based on those things to the point where it's, like, explicit, where the show will actually tell you, oh yeah, no, this is exactly what's happening. It really does feel like it's to the detriment, and you're not making fans of No Game No Life, you're just encouraging fans of the thing you're referencing. And it permeates this entire show from episode 1 to episode 12, and honestly, like, it feels like, yeah, it's just asking for a lawsuit, but also it's something that this show, it will hamstring the show going forward, I think. Definitely, like, that's just my opinion, though, like, it's opinion. Visual style was pretty good. I do like the visual style of it. Everything looks really surreal and, well, dreamlike, honestly. It just kind of like, nothing feels real. It feels, the entire show, like, visually feels like a fever dream. Like, everything is really pastel and, not really washed out, but, like a weird dreamlike fuzz to, like, just about everything when you're looking out on like, landscapes and everything. And the color, it's weird, and it really gives you just this sense of the other world where the rules don't work the same. I don't know. Like, this is just a weird show, because I really like the premise. I like the characters and what they represent. I like the occasional reference to things like fan service and references and all that. Like, occasionally, that's good. And overall, I feel like I enjoy the story, but it just feels so bogged down with the extra stuff that it just kind of saps it away little by little, where it's like, I'm not a fan of No Game No Life, I'm a fan of JoJo and all that. So, I don't know how much of my enjoyment is, look, they did the thing I like, and how much of it is actually like, oh no, that was a good show. It's hard to tell. Because a lot of this is also really generic, because of the same time, like it's fan service the show, so, like, a lot of stuff comes across as generic. But like I said, you do have those cool moments where, like, that cool shit happens, and you're just like, yeah! But it's just, it feels like it's outnumbered by the stuff that is just ripped wholesale from other places. Like, and I know I keep coming back to that, and it's the duality of man, if you will. Like, it is okay, so I think I'll just, like, kind of lay it down, like, No Game No Life is a really good, bad show. Can I say that? It is junk food in anime form. Like, there's a lot of stuff to unpack, but that stuff, but it's like unpacking a box when there are, like, 6 other boxes of stuff on top of it. But those boxes are filled with stuff that you know backwards and forwards. There's no reason to unpack it. It's all stored away. Unpacking is just a waste of your time. So, like, it makes you not want to unpack that so you can get at the stuff to actually unpack. And just, I don't know, like, it just, really good show, hamstrung by the creator's own hobbies and passions, I feel like. Like, just, the creator was so busy being a fan of him, being a fan, that he forgot to be a creator for a minute there, you know? It'd be like if I made a Let's Play, but every joke I made was pulled from other Let's Players. So, like, if I, like, doing, like, Devil May Cry 5, for example. Like, if like, every time, like, there was a thing that I could make a comment on, instead of making something that I came up with in the spur of the moment, I just reached into, like, a box of Two Best Friends jokes and pulled those out. Or reached into a box of Markiplier jokes, or Game Grumps jokes, you know, like, and I just started, like, throwing it at. Like, and then if people are fans of that, they're not fans of me, they're fans of the creators that I'm pulling things from. And that and even if there is original stuff in there that is good, it's still, you know, the first thing people think of is the stuff they know. I don't know. It's just really weird to, like, analyze this show. Like, I think really good, bad show. I think that is probably the best way to actually describe No Game No Life. It's not awful. It's not awful. It's not, like, terrible. It's not poorly written. It's not full of plot holes. But there is a lot going on here. Like, for the fact that Shiro and Sora can basically plot out an NPC. Like, they plot out their win against Izuna by plotting out the pathing an NPC takes and using said NPC as as essentially a mobile turret to get around the sixth sense of the Beastmen. You know, like, that's really good. That's really interesting, but it gets buried. It just gets buried. That's all it is. You know, like, it's junk food, the anime, but it's a junk food that is made with ingredients that are technically healthy, but there's a lot of sugar and artificial colors that are around that healthy core. If you could chip away at that, then yeah, you'd get it, but, like, instead of having a candy this big, you got a candy this big. That candy's probably a lot healthier for you and probably tastes and is probably, like, pretty good in its own right. But, like, you've lost this much candy. You know, like, I don't know. I don't know. I guess, like, this would be, like, if a season 2 of this came out, I don't know if I'd do an LP of it, Let's Watch of it, or not. Maybe, since I'm in this far, but I don't know. Honestly, don't know. Like, it's already, like, it hasn't really made an impression on me, you know? It's like, yeah, that was an anime. That was anime. That existed. And it had references to stuff. But I wouldn't call myself a No Game No Life fan. You know? It's just the creator of No Game No Life is a fan of stuff that I'm a fan of. I don't know. It's weird. It exists in a weird place. I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you think down there in the comments. Whether you agree with me, you disagree with me, or you want to just bring up an argument and say, nah, you're a fucking moron! Because you're well within your right to do that. And hey, like, honestly, I think with this, different perspectives is something that is probably very much required, let's be honest. Yeah, so, yeah, remember to like, comment, favorite, subscribe, share on social media, tell your friends, and down there in the comments, why don't you tell me what your favorite game they played in this season is? Because, honestly, I honestly think that my favorite one that they did was, ironically, the first one. The one with the big stupid chess game with the nonsense mind control rules, because that one, like, it kind of gets across the idea of, hey, we're a gaming anime, but we're going to ignore and rewrite the rules of games as we see fit. Like, it kind of is a good benchmark for, like, okay, here's how stupid stuff's gonna get. Here is how absolutely stupid things are gonna get. And I think that probably, like, is closely followed, for the same reasons, closely followed by the existence nullifying Othello, I think. Like, I think those two probably, like, go, like, almost a tie, but with the chess pulling ahead slightly. Yes, let me know what your favorite game was down there in the comments. Anyway, as always, I am Nozz, and if you want to support the channel monetarily, you can also do that on Patreon, which is linked down there in the description, right next to my open Discord server, that you should probably also join, so we can hang out, oh boy. On that Discord server, though, is a patrons-only chat, where you can recommend things to be Let's Played, live streamed, reacted to, whatever you want, oh boy. And also we've got a special patrons-only movie night that's going to be happening at some point, this month. And where we watch some anime, watch a movie, play some video games, kind of whatever we feel like that day. Just kind of like a day where we just all hang out and just kind of be friendship. Oh boy. Anyway, as always, I'll see you in the next video. But most importantly of all, become a trash mammal today. And I will see you around.